Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Unsurprisingly, the Russians launched another drone attack on Kiev. And unsurprisingly again, the Ukrainians downed all the Russian drones launched towards Kiev. I don't believe it, but I report it. Why? Because I'm pretty sure the Russians did not have all their drones down, and the source that provides us with this information is only the accredited source coming from one source, which is the Ukrainian military. If you remember, the Ukrainians had about almost 2 months ago a missile attack coming from the Russians, right, launched by the Russians, and they banned, there were some people recording the attacks and posted them on social media. Those, I think there were 4 or 5 women. They were identified, and I think right now are on house arrest, and they face up to 6 years in jail or prison, and they will not post any more videos, obviously. So now we have one source giving us all the information, which is the Ukrainian military. Do you trust it? I don't trust shit. I don't trust the other ones either. But to say first, hey, we report. Okay, we destroyed all of them by the Patriot systems. But see, whatever these guys are reporting, this comes from Associated Press via the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. So here we have it. It says that Russia launches the first drone strike on Kiev in 12 days and all are shut down. So Kiev, after a relative lull, Russia launched a drone attack early Sunday on Ukraine's capital Kiev, officials say. It was the first such attack of the war in 12 days. All of the Iranian-made Shahed exploding drones were detected and shut down, according to Serhiy Popko, the head of the Kiev city administration. So this guy is the only source that we are supposed to listen to. In addition to the city itself, the surrounding Kiev region was targeted. Kiev regional governor reported that one person was wounded by falling debris from a destroyed drone. Officials in the Ukrainian capital didn't provide an exact number of drones that attacked the city, but Ukraine's Air Force said that across the country 8 Shaheds and 3 caliber cruise missiles were launched by the Russians. So, let me show you here this picture right here. And you know what's strange here? To me at least, I don't know, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about regarding this issue. But I remember from things that I read and I saw that when you have an air attack conducted over a city, those drones did not come from 10 miles from Kiev. They must have flown a long distance. So they were not launched 2 minutes ago. They were launched from maybe hours before to get to Kiev. I don't know, look at Kiev and look where the front line. So nevertheless, they knew, they should have known about it. So what do you do then? You do this, you alarm, you turn off the electricity. That's the first thing you would do. Remember the Second World War when the bombers were coming over the German cities, and not only over London, the V1, V2 and so on, and the Germans were bombarding whatever they were bombarding. They turn off the lights. That was one of the first things. It's true that I think that the Shahed drones are pre-programmed, and they're not, as far as I know about it, they're not, conducted and controlled with a joystick and, hey, see where we're going. I think they're pre-programmed at a certain kind of target, and then they're launched and they follow the path. Now, I'm not an expert on that one. This is what I read about them. That's why they said that these drones are not as good as the Russian drones, the one that, you look over there and with the camera, you just go and with the coordinates and then you drop it over there. Nevertheless, maybe things change here, and since the drone was, pre-arranged the destination, let's put it nicely, then I didn't have to turn off the light. On the other hand, people might say, oh, Kiev is a big city. Yes, Kiev is a big city. But Kiev has a few switches, which is click and click and click. About 12 of them. I'm just, thinking of the surface of the population. No more than 12 switches. And about, let's say, 3 control rooms. And those can be very well informed. Turn it off until the attack goes away. Click, click, click. And those guys can't see anything if they are, with the cameras and so on. But I think the Shahid, as I said, are not controlled like that. They go with preset destination and just go and hit the target. Therefore, the lights being on or off don't really matter. My point here is that we have one source, which is the Ukrainians. No other sources allowed to report on this one, and they tell us that it was 100% success. I personally do not believe it for at least two reasons. One, they eliminated any possibility of an independent source reporting it. First. Second one comes from these guys who are at war with the other ones. What do you think they're going to say? All of them reach their targets and blow up our 3,000 people, military personnel. Not going to say that, even if that happened. So, what we can take out of this is that the Russians, again, attacked Kiev with drones. Now, successful, unsuccessful, I don't know, but they did it. I suspect, by probabilities and possibilities, that some of them reached their target, some of them did not. 100%, it's very hard for me to believe. But believe it at your own risk. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.